All right, good morning, everybody. This is going to be another installment of installment number 4 of how to become a better storyteller as a magician. Now, today's evaluation is my performance at Abbotts. August 15th was the upload, so it was August of 2015. And the act is moving along very well. There's still lots and lots and lots and lots of work to do. But remember, this is a year after I face planted in front of everybody in the magic community and embarrassed myself. I really did. It was embarrassing. But I was unswayed. I wanted to keep moving forward. So, yeah, let's just dive into it, shall we? Let's find out where we are in this amazing story. So I want to reduce my footprint here on the screen because I am not important. So this is, how come I'm not being able to grab this? There we go. We'll get over here. All right, Stuart MacDonald, magician. Listen to the applause. Woohoo! Okay. I am really relaxed when I come out on stage here. And there's a little sneeze. Now, you're not hearing the music because, you get copyright hits for that. So we're just going to have me talk through it. Now, look, this is a really strong opening. Where did this hat come from? It was a folded newspaper. And there's money. It just gives me money. Okay. So this entity is slapping me on the face and is telling me, pay here. Oh, so put the money there. All right. It's a stretch. But, again, if you were, that's kind of interesting, more money. But if you were a person off of the street, what would you do? You would run away with all this stuff. Nope. There's a sword there. Pay here. Okay, it's a cute bit, but again, why doesn't he just run away? Those are some of the questions that I would get. Why aren't you running away from this thing? And there's a fly, and I get more money. I'll put that over here. I want to pause this for a second. There's something about this performance that I think you should all know. Right before I went on stage, my pants split from stem to stern, from the belt buckle all the way up to the zipper. And I had to use duct tape to hold my pants together. And let me tell you, the duct tape was pulling hairs from everywhere, and it was very uncomfortable. So that's what I remember about this. And remember some of the other things that I'm letting go. Remember the red handkerchief that went from one hand to the other? I let that go so that I could do this bit with the newspaper and the hat. And that was either a good choice or a bad choice. There were both good choices, but they weren't right for the routine, because it's still, even though it looked like I didn't know what I was doing, it was still, there was still some element of skill. So, I mean, if you were to open up a newspaper and if you had a hand slapping you around, you would throw that newspaper down and run out of there. So I had to make some decisions about what direction I wanted to go with this character. So here we are with the ball routine. And I remember I kind of compressed this ball routine down a little bit more. But Gene Anderson helped me out with a lot of this storytelling. and really, really worked hard with me. And one of the things that he kept on saying over and over and over is that you have to not know what all this stuff is. And here you are showing off. And that was a poor ditch, very poor ditch with a top it. And that's cool, but again, the wand is really a little too small. It looks like a rod, not a wand. And that's another poor top it move. But the routine with the wand is starting to become the central figure, because I started learning that billiard balls were a skill. And I know with FISM you have to show some kind of skill, but this character was skillless. So I had to give that up. So that's as far as I know, that should be about the end of the balls. There's, I think, one more segment left, but I'm really starting to work with the wand, because if you do it right, there shouldn't be this whole set of skills that are, I'm manipulating these balls. It's hard to show that I'm manipulating these balls and they don't, and I don't know what they are, but somehow I'm able to roll them in my fingers. And yeah, I've always liked that piece, and that piece actually grew into something else that was even more incredible. However, again, the question is asked, if it turns into a large, unusable $100 bill. I've always liked that hat production. I mean, that ball production. But again, look, I know where to put the ball. And here I am moving around like I really know what I'm doing. Dude, what you're about to see, it still fools me. Now here's the thing. I'm trying to do this so that I don't know what is happening. But watch this. That was really cool. However, again, cards are a piece of skill. And I love this. This is not skill, but again, a clever piece with the mirror. But it looks like I know what I'm doing. And I shouldn't. I shouldn't know at all. And why am I going from one side of the table to the other? I shouldn't have to do that. There's no natural movement. It should either be all from one side or another, but for logistical reasons, I have to go from one side to the other. And producing more money. And again, I'm producing money with skill. And that's the problem with producing cards and balls. It's like, when do the cards and balls end? When you've produced enough. Yeah. And that's why I had to give those up. It was painful to do that, but now we're getting close to the end, where this is one of the pieces that I still have in the act, is when I made the money vanish in the mirror. Now, in my head, I'm kicking the box in that one moment to say, haha, I'm going to walk off with all this stuff. But it was so subtle, it only made sense to me. So here I am, I'm multiplying the money. I'm real excited. Look at that. Haha, box. I'm going to walk off with all the goods. And no, you're not. What? The sword of fate appears again. So it's like, I have all the money in the world, but I can't leave with it. I think it's all over. And then, whoa, there's an umbrella. The money is shooting up out of the mirror, and I got a big bag of money, and blackout. And it was a standing ovation. So, cool. So what did we learn with this piece? Well, one of the things you got to realize when you're developing your act, you're going to get a lot of encouragement. And you can get encouragement from your audience. Now I was getting encouragement from a magic audience that had really never seen something like this before. So they give me a standing ovation. A lot of them are friends and showing me support. But the act still has so much growth left in it. There's so much more story to unpack as I start eliminating all of the skillfulness that this guy has no knowledge of. But yet I'm still presenting skillfulness. And that is the hardest thing to do, because currently the way the act is, and it's the way the act is going to be from now on, is that I cannot display any knowledge and I cannot display any skill, and I can't be so scared of this stuff that I want to run out of the room. So I have to be well aware that when I'm performing, I am staying within a certain set of rules in the universe. So if you're setting up an act, or you're writing a comedy bit or whatever, and you're trying to tell a story, you have to understand what the rules of the universe are. There's rules in a country. There's rules in a town. There's rules in a family. What are those guidelines that you have to stay in to keep the audience within the guardrails of the story that you're telling? I'm jumping all over the spectrum. Is he a magician? Is he not a magician? Where is this story being told? Is it in a store? Where are the customers? These are the things that I was constantly getting asked, and as I started answering these questions, a lot of the stuff started getting pulled out of the act. And that's what you're going to see as this act evolves. We're still, let's see here, 5 years away. 5 more years of development. And wait till you see some of the things that are coming. There is going to be a bear trap. Oh, yes, there is. There's a bear trap coming. So, thank you again. Share this. Smash the like button. Smash notifications. Hit the like button. The more subscribers, of course, that's the most important thing. The more subscribers, then I can keep legitimizing this channel a little bit more and keep sending you relative information so that as you progress, you can become a better magician. And by the way, as my act is still progressing, I am going to be in the World Championships of Magic, which is FISM Quebec, and that's coming this summer. Can you believe it? This summer. So look at the, it's kind of fun when I look back at the arc of this, is that I had a vision, I had deadlines, and I had a goal. And the goal was just to compete and qualify. Qualifying for FISM is not easy. So when I didn't qualify the first time, I never gave up. And I still, at this point, in this act, we're still 2 years away from qualifying for FISM Korea. And we'll see how we do. But again, I'm just jumping all over the place. I'm not staying within the guardrails. I'm just so excited to share this information with you, but I'm also excited that FISM Quebec is happening, and I'm going in as the North American champion, so that's really exciting. And I've had a few new additions and new tweaks here and there, and we'll be talking about those because some of those tweaks that I've been putting into the act are super important. And a lot of learning lessons have gone into that. But for now, thank you very much. Subscribe, like, share.